Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 202.
We are very excited to be here at Boulder Ridge in this deluxe studio. For one thing, it includes laundry, and we haven't done laundry in several weeks. We need to catch up on that. So we spent the morning kind of packing it all up in a suitcase and dragged the suitcases down to the laundry room because the studios don't have laundry in the room. They just have access to a free laundry room. And when we got there, the laundry machines were all full, the washers and the dryers. So we took our stuff back up to the room and worked for a while because we figured, about an hour for the things to run the cycle. Took our suitcases, went back down to the laundry room again, and they were full again. Not the same stuff. They'd actually been changed out. There was someone in there taking their clothes out, but it was already full again. So at this point, we were planning to spend our morning doing laundry. We don't want to just not do it and try to change our schedule for the next few days. So we headed over to the front desk at Wilderness Lodge because Copper Creek is another DVC resort here on the same property at Wilderness Lodge, and they have a laundry room as well. Now, as a guest in Boulder Ridge, we don't have access to the Copper Creek laundry room, but I was kind of hopeful that at the front desk they could give us access for the day just so we could get all of our laundry done because we have several loads that we need to do. Thankfully, the front desk cast member was able to help us and gave us a card to access that laundry room. We headed up there and it is much larger than Boulder Ridge. There's more machines in there. And so we got all of our laundry out and started working on that.
Before we actually started the laundry though, we separated things out and decided to kind of show some behind the scenes of what everyday life is like for us here in the resorts. And while no, I don't normally sit on top of a washing machine, we did take some pictures just kind of showing how much laundry we had. This actually wasn't all of our laundry, it's just what we were willing to show in a photo. While we were doing this, an older gentleman came in and the stares I got from him were priceless. They truly were. He was so confused why this girl is sitting doing a photo shoot with laundry in the laundry room here in Copper Creek. The confusion was real, and I hope someday he sees that photo so he understands why.
All I can imagine is him going back to his room later and telling his family, like, I don't understand these millennials taking pictures with dirty laundry. I'll never understand it.
We're just really weird. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
Very true.
It's a different type of story too, so, we just kind of have our own story there. Anyway, because the laundry here is a public laundry room, even though you do have to access it with a key card, anyone can that's staying at Copper Creek, and we have a fear of leaving our laundry there without supervision.
With good reason.
We ended up going to the chairs right outside the room to do some work. There's not a lot of places to sit in the laundry room. It's not comfortable. It's also incredibly loud in there between the washers and the dryers. So we were nearby just in case something happened, but thankfully nothing happened. We were able to do laundry for the next several hours, get everything switched over, and get some work done as well.
Once we finished the laundry, we put it all back in our suitcases and dragged them back to our room in the studio at Boulder Ridge, and now we can finally go to lunch. We were hungry this entire time, but we were not about to leave our laundry sitting there and go eat. We've learned that lesson in the past. So we headed down to Geyser Point, one of our favorite places to eat, but this time we decided we're going to change things up and explore the menu. We are not going to order a bison burger.
This was actually a lot harder than we thought it would be because we really wanted a bison burger. But we've heard they have really good food items here at Geyser Point, not just the bison burger. We decided we're gonna be a little adventurous, try some other things. So we started with the chicken wings because our server said they're very good. They're tossed in a teriyaki sauce. They were really good. We both really liked them. And we're starting off on a really good note here, trying new things at Geyser Point.
And I also ordered a second appetizer. I got the cheesy barbecue brisket. It was kind of like a dip. It came with chips. But it was more of like a queso fundido as far as the consistency, where you kind of have to use a spoon or fork or something to get it out. But it tasted really, really good. It had a lot of flavor with the brisket. Of course, I love all the smoked meats they have here at Wilderness Lodge, and they mixed it in with this cheese. I love it. It's not something I want to get for necessarily a meal, but as a little appetizer, it was great.
On a lighter note, I got the salmon with mixed greens and a quinoa salad. This was so flavorful. A lot of times when you think salmon, it doesn't have a lot of flavor if it's not prepared correctly. This was so good altogether. I really enjoyed this. And after having the heavier appetizers to start with, this was a really nice lighter note to have.
And I begrudgingly did not get a bison burger. Instead, I asked the server for their recommendation, and they said the fish and chips, which I'm not in the UK at Epcot, but I'll try fish and chips, sure. And honestly, these were almost as good as the ones in the UK. I still think they're a little bit better in the UK. Maybe it's the atmosphere, maybe it's just, nostalgia, I don't know. But they were really good fish and chips. And then we also got a dessert. They had a small chocolate pecan pie. It was kind of like a tart. It was sort of an individual person serving. Maybe 2 people could share it, but it's not very big. I love chocolate pecan and I really enjoyed this. It wasn't as much of a pie as I was expecting. There wasn't all the gooey filling that you normally have, but it was kind of just like a lot of chocolate and pecans in a tart, but I still really enjoyed it.
And I actually didn't have any of the pecan pie because I don't like pecans. I do love chocolate, but this was definitely more pecan than chocolate. I actually didn't get dessert today. I was plenty full. I enjoyed everything I had. So while he enjoyed that, I actually was talking to our little friends that kept visiting because these ducks just kept coming around expecting food. We do not share food, especially with Disney ducks. They do not need any more food. They're well taken care of. After we finished our meal here, we actually went to the lobby to meet up with someone. They wanted to say hi. And so we were chatting with them. And while we were talking, Chip and Dale come out of nowhere. They were like behind a door and just walked through the lobby. So we stopped. I was like, oh my goodness, Dale, you're my favorite. And he stopped and came over. And the person that we had met up with took the most adorable pictures of the interaction we had because Dale booped me on the nose with his nose and just kind of talked to me for a minute. And it was the sweetest interaction ever. He was so much fun, just made us laugh. And thankfully, I have these photos because she took the pictures of us. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have pictures of this. It was so sweet. It was only a couple minutes and then they were gone. And it was like, oh my goodness, I got to see them while they were leaving. Just that little interaction, but it's those special little moments we love at Disney.
After a few more minutes talking with her there in the lobby, we headed back over to our room at Boulder Ridge. And while Alyssa worked on folding all the laundry and putting it away back in the right suitcases, because we do have our system we got set up there, I sat there at the desk and worked. And for several more hours, just kept working on this project that I was working on for my clients. And then we realized, okay, it's getting a little bit late. We need to go for our indoor walk on the treadmills in the fitness center and check out the sauna because it does close. We know what time it closes. We're gonna make sure we go early enough tonight.
And we did make it in plenty of time. So we worked out first because our reward is gonna be going in the sauna. And we did get to go in there. We were the only ones there. And it's a really good size sauna. It's very big. Could definitely have quite a few guests in there. But I really don't think most people know it's there. And so we went and there was no one else in there. We just got to enjoy our time in there. And I know like it's not necessarily the most enjoyable thing ever. You are in a sauna, but it's really cool that we get to be here.
I'm still trying to figure out how our reward for working out is sitting in a humid, sweaty box.
It's
when
free.
We're in Florida in July, we could just go outside and be in it. I'm kidding. I enjoy the sauna too. It's a lot of fun.
After enjoying the sauna for a little bit, we did head back to our room and get ready for bed. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.